Hi Virgo, this is your end of the year reading and what to expect in the last 2 months of the year. Virgo, you are standing in your power as the Empress card in the middle of your spread here. It's beautiful. I feel like you have stepped into this power of honesty, accepting things at face value and coming out of denial. This is you stepping into your power and the willingness to be more transparent, especially as you have received or begun to receive some clarity, and you're more transparent with your communication. You've kind of had this heart to heart with yourself and you're not holding back anymore. I'm totally loving this, Virgo, and I feel like you're willing to do whatever it takes to experience this prosperous life that you desire, that's going to lead you if you start to take action on those ideas that are coming through. I think Spirit is showing me with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, that actually was on the bottom of the deck, to re-examine your beliefs about prosperity. I can go a little deeper for you if you want to do a personal read on that and see what the block is that is stunting your growth there financially to be more independent. So I feel like there's other things that you're no longer brushing things under the rug. You're paying bills, you're starting to declutter, you're no longer in this, you're no longer working so hard, and like you're making room for miracles in your life, right? You're clearing the air with yourself, and trying to align with a higher timeline by doing these things, and it's working. Whatever you're doing, Virgo, it's beautiful. You're starting to really be more organized in your mind, in your life. And I see some of you making lists, and like you're focused more on you now and not other people, as opposed to the past few years here, and you're freeing yourself. With this in the future card, I love seeing the Sun card in the future aisle. Oh my God. And right under that, oh my God, look at this. You got the Sun and the Three of Wands, both positive omens, both basically have to do with your awakening process and you no longer rushing into things that doesn't serve you or just doesn't align with you anymore. I feel like there's, it's going to require your strength with the Strength card in the reverse here in the future aisle. I'd like to see that in the upright, but let's see what's blocking the Strength card in reverse, Virgo. You got deep knowing. And with this, I feel like it's just a matter of you trusting your gut and your intuition. And the way you're going to trust yourself more is to tame the beast, right? Tame the beast within you. Cut the spending, cut the self-sabotaging, whatever it is that's negatively affecting you from being in your strength and power and making wiser choices for yourself, because you have a deep knowing. There's something there that you sense. Let me clarify the deep knowing, which is balancing your emotions so that your finances can also balance. When you're regulating your emotions and your central nervous system is calm, I feel like you're going to be able to take, because I feel like there's a lot of input coming through. A lot of people are in your ear suggesting things, or you're listening to other viewpoints and you're trying to merge, these different perspectives so that you can create a better situation for yourself. So take your time, okay? There is no rush. Be open to compromise with other people. Like, pause to find this peace, Virgo, because your shifts are coming in. Your freedom is coming in. By Leo season, you're going to be free, and it's going to take a leap. Something's going to push you. Something is going to ask you to be courageous and trust your inner knowing and your spirit to lead you. And this is kind of like the cocoon phase, right? You're starting to see, is this sacrifice worth it? Is me staying in this job, in this marriage, in this living situation, is this even worth it, right? Like, that is the things, like, you're going to be in these next 2 months, like, looking at, like, what what is my family going to think? What is my spouse going to think? My friends, my community, am I making the right decisions? So it's a good pause right now. Let's see why the Judgment card is in the reverse. I'd like to clarify that. Yeah, Judgment and then 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't even need to clarify. So with these two coming out in the reverse, it just shows me that this particular Virgo that I'm tuning into, you just don't see yourself there anymore. In these situations, especially for most of you or someone in particular, I'm getting work, right? You don't see yourself doing this for the rest of your life. You don't want to subscribe to things that because you had to. So turning the cards around, once you hear the call, right? Trust your judgment, trust what spirit, if spirit is telling you to move forward, if spirit is telling you to pause, trust those things, because it's going to lead you to creating a new legacy for yourself, because you definitely don't see that possibility happening where you are right now. So these next 2 months, you're going to be hanging upside down like the Hangman, seeing things through a different lens. Let's clarify the Hangman. If it's a move, a trip, something, you know, that's gonna maybe help catapult you into this new beginning. It can happen just as early as you know, some of you could be looking into, you know, does my 401k allow me to quit? Does my 401k, do I have enough money if I were to quit this today? Because yeah, I think some of you, or one of you, or a lot of you are going to be heading into this Ace of Pentacles. That's a new way of creating abundance. Like that could be a new way of thinking and doing things that will allow you to start expressing who you knew you were as early as 11 years old. You already knew that you were meant to do something really big on this planet, and that was the last time. 11 for some of you and 17 for some of you, that was the last time I sensed that you were able to express your vulnerability. Your self-expression was your creative side, your artistic side was more out there back then. It's kind of, you know, you've kind of repressed this stuff because of the programming and the expectations and the paradigms and the institutions that you were indoctrinated into has caused you to suppress this page. You know, a lot of people don't like the page in tarot because it's so immature, right? But I beg to differ, because I feel the page has such a beautiful, innocent perspective on different topics, and they're creative, and they don't give more than they can't give. Like they're true to themselves as the artist. Look at the way he or she is dressed, right? Like the way this page is able to be soft with the pink but masculine with the blue, and like able to, you know, he's got his emotions under control. His 2 feet are solid on the ground. Like they're more, there's a level of confidence I love in the page. And I think the clock is going to turn back at the timeline that you're going to be reflecting on during this hanging upside down stage, Virgo, is going to lead you back to this. And I think there's a teenager for one of you or some of you that I'm tuning into that I sense gets this side of you. And I think you two are going to do something. I think like your son or your daughter can support you with this next step, and you two can create a family legacy together and possibly move to another part of the country or a different country. Who knows? But it's all Pentacles. Pentacles is a slow build. It's a legacy. It's generational wealth. It's something that you will pass down to your children and their children and so forth, right? So let's go a little bit more with your tarot, and then I'll pull some advice cards for you, Virgo. So when you start to manifest this, if it's a YouTube channel you'd like to start and creating content, get on it, because you're going to be successful. You're going to also align with people that are your soul family, your soul tribe, your people that I feel like you resonate with, and you're going to have so much fun doing this, because it's not work, it's natural. It's you're connected to the you know, infinite source there, and using everything you have. Is, you know, like taking this leadership role, Virgo, and if you're going to charge, you know, doing what it is, whatever this is, whatever skill you have. Like, I see you studying something and maybe putting it into action, and it's going to affect your money, and you're going to be able to create some type of success in this. A lot of you Virgos may think that people don't really see your post or don't really recognize your post, but that's not true. There's people watching. You have a community. It's there. They're watching you, and I think if you take action on this, Virgo, in the next 2 months, you'll see by the end of December, you'll see some progress. You'll see, you know, this will turn around. You will see that, wow, all I had to do was take a little bit of action. Yes, the universe is waiting for you is waiting to recognize you the moment you recognize, you know, the infinite possibilities within yourself. And I think you're going to start to see signs. You're going to start to see, like, you know, synchronicities, and like moving away from this fated life more towards your destined life, Virgo. Let's pull some advice cards for you. Let's see. What advice do you have for Virgo for the rest of the year? Whoa. This is a time of learning and perfecting your skills. Look at, maybe some of you are going to try a pottery class for the first time, and just for fun, not even for anything. And I think when you start this, like this fun class, whatever this is, I'm just using pottery because for somebody that came through, but for you, it could be something else that you enjoy for fun as a hobby. I think what's going to happen is you're going to start to get these downloads that come through, these uploads, these transmissions, inspired creative ideas. Your Kundalini rising is going to go through all the chakras, and you're just going to be led. Spirit's going to activate, and you're going to know what to do. You're going to hear gentle whispers. You're going to see subtle signs. You might overhear a conversation. You may meet a certain person. You may be hearing this message as your confirmation, right? So that's called alignment, where everything kind of just starts. When you align, everything you need flows. It starts to, there's this sacred flow that will allow you to go on a different road than you've ever have. 12:22 on the clock. So I think, like, don't be so hasty to be the expert, right? And I remind myself of that because I just started this YouTube up again after on and off the past 7 years. You know, I think it's about the journey, enjoying the journey, and not so much the destination of having such and such followers. I don't want to put that pressure on myself. I feel that this journey is going to offer me new knowledge and learning on deeper levels, and it's going to allow me to relax into the sacred flow of things and step into my creativity and breathe into it. And the more you step into your light, the more light vibration you exude into the world, and your pure essence just shines through you, and it's going to lift you up while simultaneously lifting other people up, Virgo. That's you. I mean, like, you're going to heal so many different things when you are in alignment quicker than you may have expected, that you've always had within you, that you just wanted to let go of. It just kind of happens in the process of creativity, and you start to feel on purpose. Come get a reading, Virgo.